we're going to try it this way. I tried recording on my phone, but I run out of storage. I couldn't delete anything. There was things I didn't want to get rid of. So I thought we'll try and use streaming OBS to do this video. It's been about nearly 3 weeks that I haven't uploaded anything, and I've got the mic coming from the webcam, and I haven't got my other mic. I haven't got my other microphone plugged in, so we're gonna make the best with what we got. Right, where do we start? In fact, this is probably a better angle. Actually, I've got a better shot. Like before, my iPhone was like looking at the ceiling, so the shot was a bit shit. In streaming, I can just go for as long as I want. I ain't got to worry about like stopping or running out of storage. The only thing I'm looking at now is my CPU. It always bothers me. But anyway, we're going back like nearly 3 weeks ago. As I was paying for Mega Man X3 for the PS1, I was talking to the guy, and at the same time I was panning around his shop, like panning around his shelves, like just seeing what he's got. And then behind the counter, I spotted he had some games like stacked up. He had a basket full of Game Gear games, and he had like a stack of like Atari, I think it was, and he had some NES games. And at the bottom of this pile was this one, and I said to him, can I buy that? And he said all this stuff here is going on eBay. He's about to list it on eBay. And the one that I asked to buy off him, he said it's been sat on his shelf for 4 months, and he took his eBay listing down, and he had it starting at 30. And I was thinking he's going to try and charge me a bit more, like trying to finesse me, but he let me have it for 30. When he said that, I was like, right, let's get it. But at the time, I didn't have any more cash with me, so I said. So he held on to it for a couple of days. I said I'll come back for it in a couple of days and pay for it, and he did. And when I came back, I got it, and it was this NES game, Mario Bros. 1. And I was trying to get this one back sometime last year, but on eBay, all of them were like really expensive, like nearly over 100 for this, like 80, maybe nearly 100, and then all the cheaper ones were like damaged all around here and like super crushed, a lot of damage to it. But this one was really nice. Stuck it in a box protector. It's got a little bit of wear. If I took it out of the box protector, you'd see all of its flaws, but for the most part, it's like really nice. And I'm also after Mario Bros 2 and 3. I'm going to try and get them in sometime in the future, way down the line. Because at the moment, I'm focusing on GameCube. I've took a leaf out of SNES-Tastic's book and stick to like a list. And once I've cleared that list, move on to another console. And at the moment, I'm like bouncing between GameCube and original Xbox. My Xbox list is only very short, but my GameCube list is about 30, 40 games. Once I've cleared the GameCube, I'll move on to the next console. So that's this one I've got, Mario Bros. Touch that one aside, and then I went to a charity shop. There's some Xbox 360 in there. 2 of them I had my eye on, but they were so scratched. I didn't want them. It was Halo 4 and Halo Reach. The disc was like heavily scratched, and I thought, so I just couldn't get them. But they did have this one here, Modern Warfare 3, complete. And I just need 2 more Call of Duty games, and I'm done with that series. I need the 2 Black Ops games on the Wii and the Wii U. And this was £2. About the going rate for it. The case is a tiny bit crinkled there, but can't complain there. This is a pretty good one. After this game, like Call of Duty wise, they started to go downhill. Like they weren't very good. Like the Ghost, I think Ghost came out after this one, didn't it? But after Ghost, the campaigns just tanked. They just lost their way. Like, I wasn't interested in all of that advanced stuff like running up walls, and it just lost its way. But then after that, where did I go next? Went to Canvey Island. They had two Xbox games that I was scoping out. One was a successful one. One was a bust. One of them, the bus was Outrun 2. It was missing the manual. but the other one was successful. And browsing around the CEX in Canvey Island, I had a look at the Wii stuff, and I spotted this one for £1.50. Skate It. And it's all there. And I was curious about this one. I wasn't sure if you had to use the Wii balance board for this, because back in the day, like when Skate 1, Skate 2 and 3 was out, I played them to death. I played them for hours and hours. I didn't know about this one. And I looked on the back, and it does say, it says or Wii remote. It says Wii remote or Wii. Like I think you can use both, like to move around. So that's the reason I snagged that to sit in the collection. And also looked at the PS2 games, and I wasn't sure whether to get this one, but as you know, we got it anyway. That's Rayman Revolution. I'm after Rayman 2 for the Dreamcast, and this is pretty much the same game. I thought for £3, I'm not going to leave that behind. And nice crispy condition as well. I've never finished Rayman 2. I played it. I was rather. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. It was a long time ago that I played. This. I didn't really stick to it. I was too used to Rayman 1. I was expecting it to play the same as that, like the fist and that. But it's different. It's like it's like a shooter. And it was the same. I think it was the same for Rayman 3 as well. Which I've got a big story about Rayman 3. I've got like I ripped myself off when I was younger. I traded in a load of retro games. At the time, the retro stuff wasn't worth anything. And I traded in a load of stuff because I saw Rayman 3 has just released. And I went mental, like trading stuff in just to get it. And that's where I lost my orange N64 decades ago. That's what I put towards getting it. But at the time, it wasn't worth that much. But now we're on to the Xbox. The 2 Xbox games that I went there for. One was a miss, one was successful. And then I spotted this one as well. And again, I'm not going to leave this behind for 50p. And that's Conflict Desert Storm. Look at that, 50p. And usually when I see this game, it's always either the classic disc, the classic box, or the case is always knackered. And this one is okay, but I didn't notice until I got home. But the spine is ever so sun faded. You can see the difference in greens there. So I'm gonna have to try. If I see this one again with a better case, then we'll have to upgrade. But for the time being, this is a good placeholder for it. And I used to play this game when I was doing my GCSEs with a friend of mine. Like when we was doing our exams, he would come round and we would play this on co-op. Go and do our exams, come back and then try and finish it off. We'll play it on co-op because you can play when you play 2-player. You sort of control 2 characters each, and you strategically get through the levels. And number 2 is a good one. I had a lot of fun with that back in the days. So that's that. And now we're on to the one that I went to Canvey for. Now, when I went before I was going to Canvey, I always look for backups. If it's a bust, I'll get something else. And this was the one that I went there for. And that's Raw 2 for the Xbox. And the other game was Outrun 2, and it was missing the manual, so we just got this one. And I haven't seen this game since I got it. Before I got it, I haven't seen this for decades. This game, during this time, when this game came out, I was obsessed with wrestling games. I used to play this, SmackDown, No Mercy, WrestleMania on the N64, SmackDown 2, the PS2 SmackDowns, and Raw 2. And now, because Outrun 2 was a bust, it was missing the manual, I decided to go home. On the way home, pop into Retro Hunter in Leon C, and see what GameCube games he's got. Now this is where my collecting's taken a turn. Where I've decided, right, I'm focusing on GameCube. I thought I'll have a look in Retro Hunter, see what GameCube and maybe original Xbox, see what he's got for that. He didn't have Outrun 2. He didn't have any Xbox that's on my list, so that was a bust there. But he did have some. He did have some GameCube, and the one that caught my eye immediately was this one. And I've been chasing this game for about a couple of weeks now, and every time it was always missing the manual. And it was the Resident Evil 0 for a tenner. Now the case could probably be swapped, but the only reason I don't want to swap it over is because it's the original case with the sticker on it. So it's not too bad. It's a bit, as you can see, and it's a bit crinkly there, but it's not the inlay is fine. So I took the inlay out, but it's the case itself that could probably be swapped over or upgraded in the future. But for everything else is there. It's complete. So I just need Resident Evil 4 to finish the Resident Evil set on the GameCube. And after getting this, I was looking what other GameCube games he had, and he had the next one that I'm gonna show next, and he had Star Fox Adventure. But when I went back about maybe half a week later, Star Fox was gone, so we had to just walk out with this one. And I've never had this one before as well, but it was on my list. It was the 15 1080 Avalanche, and apparently this one's a lot better than the N64 1080. So we've got that. Right, next. Went into CEX. I'm always looking on the CEX app to see what new GameCube games or new Xbox games that come in, because you never know when they're gonna get like a new lot in or someone's traded them in. And a couple days ago, I went to my local CEX in Southend. I know a lot of YouTubers don't like CEX. They don't like YouTubers that always use CEX as content, but for me, it's pretty good. It's my go-to. It's always got a bit of everything that I like, but I'd rather get them in person and resort to eBay if I can't get it any other way. But right, take a breather. Anyway, I went into CEX. There's some new GameCube games, and I was sitting there. I was standing there for about 10 minutes, just looking at the case. I was thinking, is my mind playing tricks on me? I was standing there, just staring at it and flipping it. I'm thinking, is the case sun damaged, like sun faded? I kept looking at it and flipping it, looking at it, opening it and looking at it, thinking, is it sun faded? And it's this one here, Metroid Prime for 12. I was standing there going like that, thinking, is it sun faded? It could be, but I don't think it is. If you look at it closely, because on the behind the text, it's sort of got this like sunshine, sun like fade to it. Like if you see the case in person, you see like all around the character, it's all like light. And you look at the text, I'm thinking, is it? It could be, but I don't think it is. It could, I don't know. See what I mean? It's playing with me. I thought, again, it would be a placeholder. If I ever see another one, I'll have to like double check. But it's all there for the most part. But at least we've got a manual, so that's that. And now we're coming into present time. I went back to Retro Hunter because he had one that's on my list, and he's got two more that's on my list. One of them, the cover was a bit damaged. That's the thing with like Retro Hunter. A lot of his stuff is either missing the manual, or the inlay is like damaged, and I don't like that. My standards are like quite high, like with this stuff. Like, but anyway, one game that's on my list was Harry Potter, and they at the time of me getting Metroid, they did have this in the South End CEX, but the inlay was damaged. It was like punctured there and there. Like where you've got the clip that the manual tucks into, behind that clip, it's like hollowed out. So at some point, someone's like pierced it, like held it and pressed in there. It sort of like damages the inlay. But anyway, I'm after the Harry Potter games on the GameCube. So there's 2-3 more that I'm after. That's on my list. I've been trying to get this one for cheap because they had it for £5 in CEX. So, but yeah, I ended up paying 7 at Retro Hunter. But anyway, it's in nice shape, nice condition. So I don't mind supporting the shop, like paying a couple quid more. And yeah, the last one of the video or the stream that I got, this again was on my list. That's this one here, Donald Duck PK. And this is like a third person sort of like shooter adventure game, and it's complete as well. It's even got the comic book like manual to it. And this was 25. When I went in there, I swear I saw this on the shelf for 22. Right? So he must have put the prices up. So how long are we going? 17 minutes. So I'm hoping I can transfer this from Twitch over to YouTube. So we'll see if we can do that. If that's better, I might just live stream these acquisitions. So. Well, I might just do I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. Because at the moment I'm just scoping GameCube and Xbox. I've got my lists written out, like just ticking them off. So that's it. No more. Peace.